So in 2016, I had the great pleasure of working with a famous therapist at the time called Anthony Lunt. Anthony Lunt wrote two books. One was Apollo versus the Echo Maker, and the other book, which I'm going to read an excerpt from in a moment, was A Vision, The Way of the Dream. Anthony Lunt was a brilliant therapist. I only had the pleasure of meeting him for a short time. He died, sadly, in the late part of 2017, early 2018, I'm not quite sure, but I had actually stopped seeing him prior to that. Anthony Lunt went for the jugular in our first session to help me out with an issue I was having with my dad, which was very timely because my father passed away only 2 years after that very session. Anthony Lunt's room, the treatment room, was bare, just two chairs. He invited me to leave my keys, my coat, my bag, my shoes in the hallway, and then he beckoned me into his treatment room, which, as I said, was very bare. I've never had a therapist that clock watched so overtly. He checked the time 3 times minimum in that session. Session, as I said, was 200 quid an hour, which is a lot of money for anyone. But I'm glad I met him. He was a brilliant man. He was described as the only true student of R.D Laing, also known as R.D Laing, a very famous Scottish psychiatrist in the United Kingdom of our recent past, who, although he was struck off, I'm told helped a great many people. So I'm going to read you an excerpt from Anthony Lunt's book, A Vision. For those interested in the pyramids and ancient Egyptology, as you know, Jung would say we have to become steeped in archaeology, comparative religion, primitive psychology, and mythology and fairy tales if we are to make it as therapists. We owe it to ourselves, but to the people, really, to make sure that we're well versed in all of those areas. So page 294 of A Vision. For anyone who's interested in the question of the function of the pyramids, this is a priceless piece of information which provides the solution to that enigma. Anna's dream revealed that the pyramids were not, as conventional Egyptology supposes, intended as repositories for the dead, but rather as chambers for the sacred and secret process of gestative regeneration, of which the practice of mummification was a later corruption. I'm just going to play you a short memento that I kept, which is a voicemail from Anthony Lunt.